From the dive bars in Alice to the honky tonks in Dallas, I'm in Texas, holding it down.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Coop here at Bar-A-BBQ in Montgomery, Texas. And today I want to go over how we do our half chickens here. This is one of the menu items we do every day here. And it's always one that we get really positive feedback on. It's a very cheap, easy, quick cook. We get to cook it on our direct heat Cen-Tex Low Country, which is one of my favorite tools we have here at Bar-A. And I figured we might as well show you the process that we do so you can replicate this at home or tweak it and get your own results. So y'all stay tuned and follow along. All right, guys, so first thing we're going to do, get this chicken bust open. We bought this from our local Kroger down the road, just so I figured I'd show you guys something you guys can get in any grocery store y'all have around you. All right, guys, so I'm going to start by telling you this. I am by no means a chicken breaking down expert, so I'm going to show you how I break them down. And I'll be honest with you, oftentimes we get the exact same chicken already broken down for us. It's cost a little bit more for us on the back end, but it saves us a ton of time and labor, especially when we're having to do 30, 40, 50 of these for a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday service. But here's how I break down chickens. I'm not saying it's the right way, it's just how I do it. So I always start right on that breast plate. I come right down the middle and just kind of split it right in the middle. Kind of spatchcock it out. I come through with my scissors and I cut on either side of that spine. It helps when you have really good kitchen shears. I didn't grab the good ones this time, but it's okay. This is for my dinner later, so. I got one side done. Come back and get this other spine out. This other one. There we go. We are going to save this. We're going to smoke this with the chickens. Get that smoked up. We'll throw that into stock later so we can use it for our beans. We're done with the scissors. All right, guys, so when you're done, you've got two nice, plump, fat-looking chickens. So at this point, you've got two options. You can brine these overnight. You can do a wet or a dry brine. Oftentimes, we will season these the night before. We'll hit them with our pepper and then our Rio Spices seasonal and let them kind of dry out and kind of let that salt penetrate for about 12 to 14 hours overnight. I'm not going to do that today. It's not 100% necessary to get great chicken at your house, but we will start with that. All right, guys, so we have our two halves here. We took the chicken, we split it. Now we're going to get this thing seasoned up. So I always season the back side, the non-presentation side. Like anything we do here, we always hit pepper first. Hit a nice liberal coating of black pepper. This is 16 mesh. Lots of great places you can order this from. My favorite is Rio Spices out of Huntsville. It's reospices.com. They've got great product. Now we're going to hit it with our Rio Spices seasonal. Just a nice, even coat. All right, we're going to flip these over. Do the same thing for our presentation side here. Hit our black pepper first. I always go right underneath that wing initially, just so I don't miss anything. I'm going to go over the top of everything now with our 16 mesh. Again with that seasonal. It was a little windy today, so we got to deal with that. Cool. All right, guys, I'm going to let these sit out for probably 15, 20 minutes, kind of just let that salt kind of get activated in there. Once these have a nice kind of semi-wet look, we'll get these put on the Low Country and we'll show you the cooking process. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so it's been about 15, 20 minutes now. These chickens have got a nice wet look to them. That salt sort of activates, start to penetrate. We have got the Cen-Tex to about 175. So let me show you how we set this up. We've started a small fire on the left-hand side. We have our 3 stubby stacks. We call these Caleb stacks here. Our far left one directly over the fire we have shut, slightly open, and then fully open. So we're going to put these chickens on that opposite fire side, shut this door. We're going to let these kind of do an indirect cook for probably about an hour and a half or so. We're going to try and get to about 250 on the direct heat pit. After about an hour, we'll come back, we'll check for color, kind of see where they're temping, how they're coming along. And then we're going to flip these over skin side down for the last probably 10-15 minutes of the cook directly over the flame to kind of help crisp up that skin a little bit. We'll then move them back over to an indirect heat. We'll glaze them. We'll shut it back down, let that glaze set, and then they should be ready to go, and we'll pull them off, cut them open, and show you our work. So stay tuned, guys. So oftentimes when we're cooking these chickens, we've got 20, 30 of these things to cook. So we got to really kind of cram them in here. We're going to set them. I always kind of set them first row and then build to the back as we go. But these are on. I've got them set the way I want them to cook, kind of bunched up a little bit. We're going to shut this back down, shut the door, get to 250, and just let it do its thing. Keep watching, guys.
From the panhandle plains to the south, Texas grains. I'm in Texas, holding it down. I got the West Texas.
All right, guys, so it's been about an hour, hour and a half now. These chickens have been smoking between 250 and 275 on an indirect heat cook. I'm going to show you where we temp these, and then we're going to go ahead and flip them over and get kind of crisp up that skin a little bit before we go to flip them back over and finish the glazing process. So let's check them out. So you can see we're getting some really good color now. The bark is starting to set. We temping them right here in that thickest part of the breast on both of these. These are both sitting about 145. So at this stage of the cook, we're going to go ahead and get these flipped over back to this direct heat side and start to build our fire back up so we can really get some nice crispy skin on these chickens. So we'll get these flipped over. We'll shut it back down, bump our temp to 300, 325. Let that rot for probably 15, 20 minutes. We'll flip them back over to the indirect heat side, glaze them, let that glaze set, and then we should be done. We'll pull them off, open them up, and let you see what we got, the final results were. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, we're going to let that fire kind of get going before we shut this stuff back down. We want to have a nice, really, really hot direct flame when we're doing this process. So it won't take long. We'll do this for probably 20, 25 minutes maybe. And then we're going to move them back over to the indirect heat, glaze them, let that breast at about 160, and then we're going to pull them off, let them rest a little bit, and then we'll cut into them and show you the end results. Thanks. All right, guys, so it's been about 30 minutes now of these chickens on a direct flame. We've opened up our stub stack over here directly over those chickens and the flame. We're going to go ahead and open this up, flip these back over, kind of show you where we're at as far as the aesthetic of it. And then we're going to go ahead and get these glazed and then shut this back down and finish this on an indirect cook until that glaze is set. We'll then pull them when that breast hits 160. We'll showcase that product over there and we'll slice into it and kind of talk about the whole process again. So let's check these out. So you can see, guys, that skin took on some really good color from that direct heat. It's going to get that nice char flavor to it, which is what that backyard chicken everyone loves. We're going to go ahead and hit these with our rib glaze, which you can find this recipe online, or you can DM us and we'll send you over the recipe as well. We've taken our rib glaze, filled it up about 3/4 of the way, and then the rest of the way with water. Put a nice thick layer on there. And we're going to let this glaze set. It's not going to take long, guys. This fire's pumping pretty good right now. We'll give it about 10, 15 minutes. I'll come back. I'll show y'all where that glaze is at that point in time. We'll then temp it to make sure we're at a food safe temp. We'll get them pulled off and show you the final results. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so we have got this chicken off. We hit 160 right in the fattest part of the breast on this chicken. We went ahead and had our glaze set. So just to recap the cook, guys, so we season these. We put them on the Cen-Tex on an indirect smoke for the first hour and a half. We were running between 250 and 275 for that first hour and a half. We came back, we checked. We hit about 150 in the fat part of the breast, so that triggered us to go ahead and put them skin side down over the direct heat portion of the cooker for about 20, 30 minutes. When we hit 160-ish, 158, 160, we went ahead and put them back over on the indirect side of the cooker. We glazed them, and we let that glaze set up for about 15 minutes, running between 275 and 300. All in all, you're about a 2.5 hour cook on the Low Country. It is one of my favorite cookers we have. It's a great design. Michael at Cen-Tex did an incredible job building this machine. We use it every day, 6 days a week here at Bar-A, not only for chickens, but we cold smoked sausage on it. We've done ribs on it. We've cooked pork butts on it. We've cooked turkeys on it. It can cook anything and everything you need. If you're looking for a great all-in-one cooker that can handle your direct heat and your indirect heat, I would seriously check out the Low Country Cooker made by Cen-Tex. You can find out more information and specs at centexsmokers.com. Really, guys, give them a shout out. If you're not following them, follow them. They do great stuff. I've got 2 or 3 of their pieces here at the restaurant. We love it. So to get back to chicken, recapping all of that, we have now ended up with our Bar-A chicken breast. We go for more of a backyard style. It's sweet, it's sticky, it's saucy. It's got a lot of flavor. I want people to eat chicken here, and while they're eating chicken, I want them to be licking their fingers while they're doing it. That, to me, has always been my favorite style of chicken. Is it the best style? That's up for debate. I'll never sit here and say anything's the best. Again, it's just the way that we do it here at Bar-A. I've seen a lot of great chickens out there from a lot of places that don't do it like we do, and there is no right or wrong way. It's whatever you like and whatever you love the best. So we'll get this guy cut open. We always split right in the breast and the leg. Kind of pop that knife in there, and it always has a nice, juicy, I mean, that's just, it's good, I come in, I try and pick the meat off, get a little bit of that skin with it too. It's got that nice, you get that nice direct heat char flavor when you do chicken this way. You get the smoke flavor from the indirect portion of it. You get the super, super juicy meat. I mean, I understand why people order this so much, It's great. Guys, if y'all have any questions, comments, suggestions, please put it down in the comment section below. Send us a message on Instagram. I manage all the social media. I see what you send us. I do my very best to get back to every comment and every direct message I can. If you see I've opened something and don't respond, send it again, guys. I probably sat down, meant to respond, and got pulled away and did something else. So you're not bugging us. We appreciate you guys reaching out. I really hope you guys had a safe and happy holidays and a great new year. I look forward to 2025. I hope you all have a great 2025, and we're all right back here in 2026 learning more about barbecue and trying to get better every day we can. Thank you guys. God bless.
I got the wind and I got the salt. I got songs in the vault. I'm in Texas.